Hello everyone, and welcome to the Owlet Tournament Season 1 Playoffs. Today we're going to be having the last matchup of the day, and it's going to be the Microsoft Excelsior in 1st seed, playing against Rinse and Shine, who are in 4th seed. So, to get us started, I'm just going to play y'all a couple hype videos that the teams prepared for you, starting with MSXL.
Creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire.
The tire's going to be brought out from Commander Hui. Gets a triple kill! Santa Maria! What a play from Commander Hui!
Commander Hui throwing out a peek, and it's a triple kill!
See what happens here, Riptire. Santa Maria! What a play! Commander Hui again with a triple kill!
Their highest ranked player, their diamond rank, is their Mercy.
Oh, who is that?
So that's Flamia.
That's a girl. Flamia. Of course it is.
A few moments later.
Their Widow is making some good shots.
Yeah.
I thought Flamia was like the Widow, or sorry, the Mercy one trick as well. I guess not.
Bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Raponix, yeah, you know, we noted his play entirely throughout this match.
That's a 200 IQ play.
Raponix is going off on Widow, dumping in ton of damage, getting headshot after headshot.
Yeah, they're turning it around now. Wow, they turned it around. Yeah, they're gonna be able to take this.
And that's all on Raponix.
Bullies me for literally all game. I walk out of spawn. 5 seconds, Tracer's on me. I know I can't hit her that well. I'm trying, I'm working on it. But until then, I can't, like, I'm useless. It's not working. That's like literally it. And when that stupid cunt, Roadhog comes in and just like, walks up to us. Walks up, like doesn't even doesn't even have a second thought about whether or not he's gonna get a kill. He knows he's gonna get a kill. He knows he's gonna hit a hook. He knows that he's gonna murder one of us. It's like he's not scared.
Into half of a body, desperate to be realigned. Aliens, two tongues, redefining false design. Separation matters. magnetizing a reunion of golden souls. Reassemble that hip and mouth to spell your demons welcome home. And every day that you spend searching for the womb of your rebirth, preserving every sacred organ just to show what she's worth. Exhaling all of the darkness, dissipate, beauty personifies, dead dreams animate, defeated from the moment she came. You're the one I'll follow and never let go. I'll bring you back to life. Now, Lord, covered in love, sheltered inside. I keep reaching for a way when the road is not enough. Oh no, I've been dancing in the dark for far too long. I've been dancing in the dark for far too long. My tongue is yet to turn from her first name. Infinite desire come from my last name. Defeated from the moment she came. Now we're sound. I'll bring you back to life. Now, Lord, covered in love, sheltered inside. I keep reaching for a way when the road is not enough. Oh no, I've been dancing in the dark for far too long. I've been dancing in the dark for far too long. I've been hanging on hard when I'm not strong. I've been dancing in the dark for far too long.
All right, everyone. Hope you like some of those hype videos. And to get into this matchup, let me introduce you to your two casters. We have Zark and FBI Tugboat.
Heyo, heyo, how we doing, guys? FBI Tugboat here, doing the play-by-play. Zark, how you doing?
I'm doing great, FBI. It's great to be here. I'm so excited to get this head-to-head matchup between the Microsoft Excelsior and Rinse and Shine kicked off.
Oh yeah, it's freaking quarterfinals, man! Owlet. What we're on, I guess this is kind of round 4. This is the last of the day, had several other going between Rise and Shine and Microsoft Excelsior. We're starting off. Map pool, you want to run through that for me, Zark?
Yeah, absolutely. So we got Route 66 to kick things off. Then we're going to go into Ilios, Hollywood, Hanamura, Watch Point Gibraltar, and then if we get into a tie, a 2-2, we're going to go to Lijiang Tower to kick things off. And this is an interesting map pool because it's going to give a chance for both these teams to show some of their strengths. For example, Microsoft Excelsior, Ilios is one of their best maps, hands down. They went 8-0 over the season.
Yep, undefeated there. But on the flip side, Rise and Shine over here, undefeated as well on Lijiang Tower, 5-0, so not 8-0, but still a control point, still a super popular control point, and extremely good to go undefeated for the tournament.
And to add on to that, Lijiang Tower is actually Microsoft Excelsior's worst map. They went 3-2 over the season on that particular map. So Rinse and Shine, they're kind of the underdogs in this battle. They're the 4th seed in the tournament. But if they can get to that 5th game, they could potentially take this because Lijiang Tower, our last map for the day, is one of their best maps and one of Microsoft Excelsior's worst.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try and take it the distance on that one. I mean, obviously taking a nice easy 3-0. Or is this the best of 3 or this the owl format where you? Or no, I guess we're not playing for points anymore, are we? This is the finals.
Yeah, this is the big show. We're going to do
Yes,
best of 4 excuse me, best of 5, and then if we have to go to that fifth tiebreaker map, that's what we will do. But we're going to get started pretty soon here on Route 66. Maybe we should talk about that a little bit.
Route 66, a classic, right? It's like McCree's, McCree's home, right?
Yeah. He likes to hang out in the cantina there at the attacker's spawn. They got a nice little picture of him behind the counters. So definitely a good place for those big hit scan type characters. They can set up on top of Earls or on top of the big boxes in that first part of the map and on top of some of the buildings as it goes through. But we're going to get this kicked off here.
Yeah, and I would be really surprised if this defending team really positions anywhere except for Big Earls. I feel like that's really the biggest, most popular place to start a defense on Route 66.
And I think that's a good place to hold up because you have that mega health pack that's underneath the top of Big Earls. It's a great vantage point for teams as the offense is coming around that corner. So definitely a strong place to hold if you are the defense. Lots of times we see bunker compositions that are set up on top of Big Earls, or sometimes teams will run dive compositions and they will start from Big Earls and use that as a launching point. So lots of different things you can do here with the geometry of the map.
Absolutely. We're going to be seeing it getting started here in just a second. Rise and shine, Microsoft Excelsior. And Microsoft Excelsior, of course, is 21-3 going into this. Rise and shine coming in 13-11, the 4th seed.
And
defense, right?
Right. Yes, it will be. It's going to be the Microsoft Excelsior to start us off on defense. To start, and Rinse and Shine will be on the attack. And it looks like Microsoft Excelsior, they are going for that bunker composition. Reponics, they will be running that Widowmaker. I'm excited to see that.
Gotcha. Yeah. And I like the pulled pork combo. I know I always say it in all of our casts, but that classic Roadhog Orisa composition. Once Orisa came in, I mean, I love Roadhog. I started playing Overwatch on Roadhog.
Every time you say it's the pulled pork combo, it just makes me hungry. I haven't eaten dinner yet. It's not fair. It's not fair. But
Zark, you gotta take care of yourself first, man.
I know. I'm working on it. But here we go. We're gonna get started on Route 66.
Yeah, I'm be watching Raponics get off the rip. This Widowmaker, especially with the Zenyatta, Discord Orbs, and the Mercy damage boost, that can really wreck some people today. We're gonna see a Sombra coming over here trying to flank. Ooh! Not here today, though. Bobby Smiles falls a little bit early. Rise and shine. Coming into this one now, 5-6.
Yeah, and that's just a good positioning by Thick Daddy there on the Roadhog to know that people are going to be trying to flank through that corridor. But now the dive from Rinse and Shine is going to be starting to make their way. They're going to be looking for a dive target. They want to aim for those healers in the back. But Reponics are going to take an early high ground position.
Yeah, and it looks like they're kind of coming back here. Thick Daddy actually kind of off by himself. Has that Roadhog, of course. Yeah, that's kind of doing that, no matter too much. We have a Sombra flanking around now. Bobby Smiles going to be on the Zenyatta any second now. Ooh, no, doesn't even choose and gets popped off instantly. Commander turns around and answers that one right off the rip with the assistance of the score.
Yeah, and Bobby Smiles are trying to get into that background, but it's not really working. They might have to come up with something different because Thick Daddy's looking big right now.
Yeah, this this defensive pulled pork is really taking the dive pop to town. Of course, it was half the reason why it was invented, right?
Yeah, I mean, Roadhog is just really big right now. Reponics got a nice shot right there onto Bobby.
Yeah, and Thick Daddy is able to play so far forward, because why not? I mean, now they have this Zenyatta. Paul's been playing that Zenyatta for a while now. We saw Thick Daddy. I thought he was about to get melted down there. And Microsoft XL is going to be coming in this next fight. 2 ults up and pretty close to the Bongos as well as the Valkyrie. Ooh, Thick Daddy now actually by himself. He's trying to make it back. Oh, the dive coming in. I'm not sure if he's not going to be able to get out. Taken out by a monkey punch right to the face. Resistance of a little Zenyatta orb and Rise and Shine on the attack.
We need to see some life from this offense. They're playing way too passively. The res from Carboy even able to come up, but Bobby Smiles finding a pick onto Reponics.
Yeah, I think Daddy's going to fall just as soon as he gets back up. Rise and Shine will be winning this team fight without investing any ultimates.
And look at all the ultimates that Rinse and Shine have. They're going to use, it's actually going to be Excelsior using that Riptire to get 2.
Ooh, does fall in the end to a diving monkey coming in, but that's the main healer and Hanzo down. The damage and healing capabilities for Rise and Shine is going to be severely detrimental since until they get out of here. We're going to see a trans coming out now by Mythra to keep Microsoft Excelsior up here. They're going to try and hold around this corner. They're not going to be giving up the big rolls corner so easy.
Rinse and Shine, they have so many ultimates to work with. You got to get more aggressive. I believe it's Rinse and Shine.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
No, it's all good. But Cyberspace, they found Thick Daddy, so this could be the opening that Microsoft need.
Oh, here come Dragons right down the middle. Oh, followed up with a Valkyrie. There we go. Lots of ultimates coming out now here, but it's going to be Microsoft Excelsior coming on the top. And as I say, that big Devil is going to take out Delicious and his bongos. That's not going to be a rising Rinse and Shine. Sorry about that. Is me coming back in here very quickly. Like they need to. 50 seconds to go, guys.
And this is just a great hold by Microsoft Excelsior. We're seeing a Delicious switch off onto the Winston so that they can get back sooner because there's only 40 seconds left in this. And honestly, Rinse and Shine, they got to get more aggressive. You know, if they're going to dive, they need to commit to the dive. And Cyberspace is going to try and start it off there with the pick onto Raponics.
Yeah, res to up right here. They're not going to have that res by Carboy for next. 30 seconds or so, 22 to go in the game, guys. Got to get something going here. They have that Transcendence on the side of the offense. Raponics following to a well-placed headshot, though. This might be the opening they need.
Cyber coming up big there on the kill, but there's going to be a Riptire.
Oh, taken out. Bobby finds that one. Not lets it go on 22% on the ultimate already after pulling that one. Thick Daddy pulling that the whole hog now, but without a lot of assistance, not going to be too much that can do. Hooking the deep on the way out, not going to let that one go so easy. Cyberspace sitting some Dragons right down the middle, trying to section this off a little bit. Reponics falling to a really good headshot there. Oh, Mythra now too. This is probably the opening they want. Bobby Smiles is going to fall there. Thick Daddy's going off here. Carboy falling to the Diva, diving in, and these teams are fighting pretty evenly here. This might be it for round 1, though. Oh, Thick Daddy taken out by his enemy tanks. It looks like Rinse and Shine is going to be winning this one. Paul now switching on over to Lucio. This team fight might be over, though.
And I think a lot of that came off the back of Cyberspace. You know, they had their Dragons so often, and they were just getting so many good picks, especially getting Raponics there on the Widowmaker. So winning that sniper duel was big, and now they're able to push it in overtime to the first checkpoint.
The Devo is not able to get in there in time. Thick Daddy now forced to fall on back. They give up first point. Rinse and Shine now has that first one in 2 minutes and a half more time.
And, you know, Excelsior, they looked like they were in a really good position, but I think the ultimates that came on the side of Rinse and Shine just overwhelmed the Excelsior defense. And now Bobby Smiles on the Widowmaker finding some picks.
Ooh, these snipers are really going off. Rinse and Shine finding the value in the dual sniper composition with a little bit of dive comp thrown on in there for flavor. Commander falling to those headshots we're talking about, and Bobby Smiles is going to be very appreciative of Big Green on the Mercy. Damage boosting all of these so far.
I like this switch from Commander Huey onto the Genji, what they just did right there. You know, they're wanting to commit to a dive composition, and I think they're going to be able to find their openings and pick apart this defense a little bit as Raponics is trying to find someone in the back.
Eaten up by this Diva. Very well done there. Phoenix playing her Diva just to see, taking that out, not letting her healers get to take out about that one. Now we're going to see an Angry Monkey as well as a Valkyrie on a point. Microsoft XL choosing now to hold here, answering with their own Primal Rage by Paper Monk. Now the Transcendence coming out from Microsoft XL. I was going to say, this attack is still rolling in. They just came off here now. And it seems, Phoenix is going to be in the back and cheesing with more, are going to be keeping this in. But now, as I say that, Rinse and Shine, falling here to multiple Microsoft XL, and this dive is not over yet. Thick Daddy finding more value here, but Phoenix is going to be the only one here by himself. It looks like, Widowmaker up top, almost with that ultimate, and they're trying to get away from this one.
It's really good target prioritization coming out from Delicious there. They knew that Cyber was a big threat, and look at that, they're getting Cyber out of the way early on again. So good target prioritization from Excelsiors. Are going through this to really locate who are the big damage dealers for Rinse and Shine and take them out early in the fights, and then it's just cleanup mode after that. But coming into this next one, we're going to see that Cyberspace is switched over to the Pharah, which could be big because there's no real long-range hit scan for the Excelsior, so this could be in Cyber's favor here.
Ooh, Mithra getting really low here. Dive coming in by Rinse and Shine. Paper Monk is going to be by himself. Now the rest of the team following in here. Rinse and Shine trying to follow this up. Mithra's going to fall, but as is Paper Monk. Paper Monk's going to pay the ultimate price for that pick right there. This Genji is not letting up. Carboy getting very, very low here. Now Repon X, there you go. Taking him on out here. Ooh, as I say that, Carboy falling actually to a well-placed dive coming in by Phoenix. And here comes the Blade. Commander trying to end this one in style. Oh, gets away from him though. It looks like Rinse and Shine is doing a great job here. And now the sound barrier coming out by its paw, choosing a great time to pull that one. Lots of pushing and shoving going on a point. Reponics is going to fall, but not before getting that Tracer buff on the paw. That's the side healer off. Now down for Rinse and Shine. Valkyrie coming out for Rinse and Shine. Big Green trying to keep everybody up. And it looks like it's working so far. They have taken this one the same fashion they took point one.
Yeah, so a couple of key things that happened right there was that one, some misuse of ultimates coming from the Excelsior, the Whole Hog and the Genji Blade, not really finding much value there on that last hold there. Plus a late sound barrier from its paw to just keep everyone up, while Pharah Cyberspace just did so much work. I think they got 4 kills in that last team fight there to win it, and they have their ultimate already. So big plays coming in from Rinse and Shine as they're moving on to point C.
Yeah, it looks like that Microsoft Excel is going to be moving to this a little bit more mobile, same kind of composition. Ooh, big concussion crate coming out, and that's exactly what they needed. Cyberspace taking out one before getting deflected right back in the face. Still a good job there, Commander, not letting up for 2 seconds. Great response time to that barrage.
I like the switch from Mithra, switching on to the Brigida. She knew that Tracer was a big issue, so they needed to get them out of the way, and that's exactly what they're doing. Now they're just pushing ahead. They don't need a Reinhardt. That the Squire is doing the work for them.
Yeah, exactly. With the shield and with the Barone. Yep, Phoenix falling to Mithra here, and they're gonna have about 22 seconds to get back in here. Zark, multiple ultimates for both teams, but no support ultimates for Rise and Shine. Rinse and Shine. Oh my God, I have to rewrite this. Hang on.
Bobby smiles. They're going to be switching on to the Brigida. That is going to be an interesting choice for Rinse and Shine as they're moving through here. But watch Commander Huey for that Genji Blade. They want redemption for that blade, for their last blade. They're going to find something big, I think.
Well, it might be 12 o'clock on Route 66. Not today though. Microsoft Excel. There you go. Here comes the Blade. Commander in the back trying to find these here. He's swiping away, finding 2 quickly right there. Phoenix, answered Phoenix with a big double self-destruct here. It looks like Microsoft XL has probably gotten this one up. Yeah, almost a full team fight. Yep, there's a team fight bell for Rinse and Shine. They got it very far there. A great job on taking both of those points in overtime and denying Microsoft XL any last hold on either of those first 2. We're not able to
when Rinse and Shine needed to step up to the plate and make the big plays, that's what we saw there. That they were able to make it happen. They didn't push it all the way there, but for getting checkpoint A and B in overtime, that's huge. You know, that's a lot of space, especially since sometimes on Route 66 we see full holds, which almost happened to Rinse and Shine. So well done there, but Excelsior, they're going to be looking for some payback here.
Well, like you were saying, Zark, both of those team fights came off the back of some not just perfectly timed ultimates, right? And part of that, honestly, was to Ispaw's sound barrier. He realized that the Genji was a little bit farther away and had used his dash, so he knew there was no way of him getting back over to the rest of his team for at least another couple seconds. Now, of course, Genji and Tracer both have higher movement speeds than the rest of the people in the team, in the game and stuff, and he can jump on walls and get up there, so he knows he's going to be there soon, but holds that sound barrier until the very last second after the first swipe onto his team to keep everybody up and to completely stall out the rest of that ultimate.
Really great awareness there from its paw. We're going to be looking for them to continue that streak, as now Rinse and Shine are on the defense. Its paw going to be playing the Zenyatta, which we saw that Commander Huey likes to play that Genji, so the Transcendence could come in huge, but we see a similar composition to what Excelsior started with, except it's going to be Phoenix on the Diva instead of Roadhog. So, bunker composition very strong here. Again, they're on Big Earls, nice place to set up. So I like the pick that Phoenix has done with Diva. I think that's going to come in really clutch. It's going to be a lot more mobile for them to move around the map. Yeah,
they're moving. Yeah, well, where they're going with a more mobile Diva, they're going with a less mobile Orisa, right? So they're finding a little bit of the best of both worlds for either of those. That shield can be moved once it's down. It's not moving for another 7 seconds.
Well, speaking of shields, there looks like Excelsior are going to need one because they have the pirate ship Reponics on the Bastion. They're going to be looking to take out that Orisa shield from Rinse and Shine early on, and there it is. They have to shift backwards now.
Yeah, they're running 2 main healers to try and get this up. That's not a bad idea by any means. Oh, Commander now falling, but most of these picks are coming against the team of Rinse and Shine. Rez coming out now for Cyberspace. They're going to be fighting 5-5. And as I say that, Thick Daddy falls, Rez coming out for Commander, and now Microsoft XL is going to be up 5-4 here.
Ooh, Cyberspace really needs to stay alive and get some damage onto that Bastion, but this payload's just storming through. There's almost nothing that Rinse and Shine can really do here.
It hasn't even been a minute. Here comes the first real contest. Phoenix now coming down, trying not to let this up so easy, but now with Riponex coming out, yeah, with that Bastion, that's not going to be too much for Rinse and Shine can do against that.
Yeah, and that's exactly what this composition is designed to do, right? You just set that Bastion up and you keep on rolling. You don't let anyone get in your way. Riponex taking out Cyberspace to start that off.
I think I actually missed that hook. I think it's the first one I've seen him miss so far.
They've been really on it with those hooks. Roadhog in general is just clearly a huge strong suit for that particular player, Thick Daddy on the Hog. But, you know, Commander Huey, they're going to have their Dragon. They're going to be looking for that. And at the same time, Rinse and Shine, they're coming up with the Junk Tire. And Bobby Smiles has switched onto the Sombra. So if they can get a hack onto the Bastion and get a nice tire, they can really get some stabilization here. But that's what needs to happen for them to really fix what's happening in this fight.
Yep, and here it comes. There's the did not get the hack off. Thick Daddy finding the main healer of Rinse and Shine. As I say, that big self-destruct over the top, taking out the main tank for Microsoft XL. Delirious is now down for this team fight. Oh, it looks like Rinse and Shine coming on through here. They're now letting Riponex get back here. Both tanks on there, and that's going to be a fall very slow. Oh, and as I say that, he's healing all the way through. There you go, Phoenix not letting this one up. Coming on in there, she's not going to let her prey go so easy. Oh, but the attack is still rolling, though.
Yeah, they're still on the card, they're still going, but it's just a couple of them left. Although Cyberspace, they do fall, so with that res, I think this is going to be a chance for Rinse and Shine to really regroup here.
Yeah, Phoenix is almost back to that self-destruct already after the last one, taking up the Orisa for in the last team fight. There we go, and here we come. Is this going to be the big team fight here? 3 minutes, 51 seconds to go. Zark, here comes the self-destruct up the top! Oh, finds Mithra in the back. She was not able to get away from that one as that happens. Thick Daddy also falls. Looks like Rinse and Shine to be winning this team fight 6-4. Ooh, and as I say that, Cyberstate's falling again. It seems that he has been falling in the beginning of these team fights pretty frequently, honestly. Rez coming out for him. They're now down that monkey, and now comes the bongos. Everybody damage boosted up. It's Paul falling very early to Riponex. Here comes the EMP. That might be a little bit late. They're going to want one of their damage ultimates. Not going to be enough. Oh, Phoenix is down there stalling. They're not going to even pay her attention until the rest of the team is down. That follows 3 minutes, 11 seconds to go, and it looks like Microsoft XL is probably going to get these out. I would not be surprised. Commander sends the Dragons?
Yeah, and Cyberspace, they need to use this tire. They've been holding it on for 2 or 3 team fights at this point. They need to get that done. And look at that, they're going to get picked off by Thick Daddy early on, so they really need to get that tire out there and just break up this this Bastion composition that's coming out. But here's the Dragon to start things off.
Yeah, Bobby Smile is going to fall as his counterpart gets some nasty Dragons off. Rinse and Shine fighting 4-6 here. Coalescence coming out to take out this Reinhardt. He's by himself. Paperlong falling. The rest of the team is pushing this in. 4 minutes to go. They're 3 meters away. Phoenix coming down, not letting that one go so easily. Tire coming in right on top of the Orisa, getting pretty low here. Now Delicious fall. There you go. Rez coming out in the middle of here. Oh, big ballsy Rez by Mithra. Onto Delirious, middle of everything. Microsoft XL taking this one on Route 66 on first point.
And I think, again, that just kind of came down to Rinse and Shine and not really grouping up and not using those ultimates. I mean, you have the Junk Tire, and you know that the enemy is running that Bastion pirate ship composition. You need to use that ultimate. You need to get that Bastion out of the way so that you can really get on the point, gain some presence, and prevent your enemy from gaining some ground there. So, you know, using those ultimates earlier on would be a lot... would have been a big help for them in that time, but really good showing there from Microsoft Excelsior, showing why they've been so dominant throughout the tournament.
Yeah, very well put, and you know, not calling anybody out here, but Cyberspace did fall pretty early in some of those team fights, right? You mentioned that there was a rip tire that was held on to for a while, and I think it's the classic combination: a toss, a devolt over the top, or pull the tire, put it in a corner for a couple of seconds, and then throw a big self-destruct over the top. So you're exploding that rip tire about the same time as the Diva self-destruct. So there's no real way to shield off both of those. When we heading off to Ilios next.
Ilios will be the next map, so stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
The world could always use more heroes. The world could always use more heroes. could always use more heroes. The world could always use more heroes.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We had Microsoft Excelsior here taking that first map, and we're going to be heading into Ilios, and here we are back with your two casters.
Heyo. Zark, you still with me?
I'm still with you, and I'm ready to go because next map is Ilios, and it's going to be a scary one for Rinse and Shine.
Yeah. They have not been defeated in the Owlet tournament yet on Ilios, right? Wait, no, I got that backwards. So, Microsoft XL has not been defeated on Ilios yet. 8-0.
Correct. Yeah, 8-0, undefeated. It's going to be a challenge for Rinse and Shine, but they do generally play well on those control point maps. Li Zhang, they're undefeated on Anubis, kind of similar to the King of the Hill.
The assault points. Yeah, yeah.
So, there's some potential here for Rinse and Shine, but it's going to be a tough one.
That is for sure. That is for sure. Do we have any subs here? Let's see. Looking like no subs in here. No, Big Green. Wait, no. I'm dumb. Never mind. Don't worry about it. We're going to be going into Ilios next. The same teams coming on in. I would be very surprised if we did not see more of the pulled pork combinations, Zark.
It's very well possible. Sometimes we see that we run those Arisa Hog combinations, which can be so dangerous, taking people into the pit, And it's personally one of my favorite maps because I like to play the Orisa. I like to get those big halts into the pits. So I'm excited for this one. Ilios is a great map.
It really is. Well, I really like Lijiang Tower. I guess I'm not really sure which one is my favorite, but really, it'd be Ilios or Lijiang. I love the control points. From me getting it started here between Microsoft XL and Rinse and Shine. Microsoft XL currently up 1-0 in the series.
And, there's definitely room for Rinse and Shine to come back here. They showed a lot of potential there, especially, Cyber on their attacking run. They had some big plays. They switched over to Pharah at like a really good time for them, and they were able to get a lot of charge. And so there's definitely some potential here. Microsoft Excel, looks like Thick Daddy's already queuing up the Roadhog. That's going to be very scary.
Yeah, absolutely killing on that last. I think I only saw 1 or 2 misshooks the entire time. Thick Daddy did play a couple other tanks. I think he played D-Earth a little bit and another tank. But mostly it was on that Hog. When he was playing a Hog, he was getting the picks, landing the hooks, installing these team fights out, taking out Rinse and Shine members left and right.
Now this is interesting. We have Microsoft Excel. They're running the Pharah McCree DPS line, where on the opposite side, Rinse and Shine are running a Reaper Genji combination, which could spell trouble because neither of those are really equipped to deal with a Pharah that's in the sky like that. So they could be running into some trouble here. But I'm excited to see Wrecking Ball on the side of Excelsior. I think that's going to be fun to watch. Although, of course, they just tricked me. It's going to be delicious running the Reinhardt.
Of course they did. Yeah, both playing Reinhardt here. Obviously, a great chance here. I feel like the big point to taking out Reponics, if they do not switch or if Big Green cannot make those snipes in the sky, is getting on the point and forcing Reponics down. But we're going to be getting it started here in a second. Paul, speed boosting it on out to start this team fight.
Delicious making their way, trying to make some space for their team. That far in the sky is dangerous.
Yeah, there you go. Loader's going to be the first one that falls in this one. Microsoft XL fighting 5-6 on this one. Point open. Nobody coming back to it, though. Looks like Thick Daddy and company over on the side of Microsoft XL trying to come back. Delicious falls, though. That's the main tank now down. And as I said, that Big Green main healer down for Rinse and Shine. Big boop on the Thick Daddy. Bye-bye. No hooks for you here, sir. Rinse and Shine taking it, going up to a couple % on this one.
Yeah, Rinse and Shine coming up big right there. Bobby Smiles on the Reaper. I didn't think that was going to be a big pick, but they opened up the fight with 2 kills, and they're already up to 85% on their Death Blossom. So that can come up huge. But Reponics, they already have their Barrage. So be watching for that, especially when, it's Pod. They're going to have their Sound Barrier to try and defend against it, but it's going to be a tight one.
Yeah, we're going to see the Pharmacy combo up in the sky now. Microsoft, there we go! Big Barrage taking out Phoenix and Big Green alike. Bobby Smiles also falling to some well-placed McCree shots, and Microsoft XL going to win this team fight before it even really starts. Only investing 1 ultimate. Great job taking it 1-2% against 33.
Now, Bobby Smiles, I'm surprised they've decided to stick with the Reaper. I think they might have gotten a little lucky with that pick. They are up to their Death Blossom, so maybe Onyx already opening up the fight with a kill onto Cyber. That's going to kind of force Rinse and Shine to reset here. And look at the ultimates that Excelsior have. They already have 5 ultimates, basically, if you count Thick Daddies. Yeah. So, Rinse and Shine, they're coming up with a couple DPS ultimates of their own, but they're going to need some serious ultimate absorption to really have a good attack run here.
Yeah, and it looks like Microsoft XL is now going to be taking the advantage here. Might be high noon for somebody. Loner trying to find some company. Not going to happen here. Big Death Blossom in the back. Going to get shut down by Thick Daddy. No, sir. Nobody died here. Oh, big and nano boosted Blade coming through. Delicious falling Paul also down. Goal Lessons coming out to try and keep everybody above. Thick Daddy pulling now that whole hog. Microsoft XL winning this team fight, going up to about 50%. Rez coming out and there's full 6.
That whole hog plus the combination with the Coalescence was really big for them. That was a really good ultimate to keep everyone alive, because there was a lot being thrown at Excelsior there. They had the 2 different DPS ultimates, and now Bobby Smiles has switched off onto the Tracer. So it looks like they have that sort of dive DPS, although it looks like Bobby is going for the Widowmaker instead to try and take out the Pharah in the sky. I like that pick a lot. Of course, Reponics, they're already up to 92% on their ultimates, so it's going to be hard for Rinse and Shine to really make a push here unless Bobby Smiles can get those shots.
Oh, never mind. Doesn't even need to. Taking out the main opposition. Here comes the barrage over the top, taking that big green, dropping the rest of the team. Phoenix falling. Cyberspace down. Piper Monk deleted from the game. Almost a full team wipe against Rinse and Shine.
I think
93%.
Yep, I think the Widowmaker pick came a little late from Bobby Smiles. I think, they can try and make something work if they can touch, but it doesn't look like they're going to.
That was brutal. Paul barely caught that. I'm sure you heard me gasping after a big concussion rate from the Fenrir to knock him over the side. Barely caught it, but forced to just take the hot route 2 point, and Raponix was able to scout that out, place those big old rockets right where they needed to, take him out with one shot.
This isn't coming too much of a surprise to us because, again, Excelsior, they are undefeated on this map. We know how strong they are here. But Rinse and Shine, they did show us some life. They took the point early on. I think just some late switches is really what killed their chances there on the map. But if they can be a little more proactive with their picks and continue to really utilize their early aggression.
I kind of think that counterpicking should have came a little bit early. Bobby Smiles now playing the McCree for Rinse and Shine here. They have their own Fair Up in the Sky, their own Pharmacy combination, Microsoft XL, running that typical pulled port combination with very stationary game.
And Phoenix is on the Diva, which I like because that's going to help them take out the Fair, but when you have Loner picking up 2, spells trouble.
Yeah, Paul also following Cyberspace, headshotted by a Loner. He's already up to 41%. Raponix is the one that I'm looking at. 60% and on fire already. Microsoft XL taking point, going up to 102%.
Yeah, Loner just coming up so big on the McCree. They had the right positioning to just get around that shield and pick off people left and right. So great play there from them. And Raponix, they're on fire right now. They have 66% to their ultimate. And Rinse and Shine, they need to come up with some answers for them. Bobby Smiles needs to start hitting those shots.
Yeah, Cyberspace over on the side, really, forced back actually by his counterpart there. Not able to get it going, 80% for Deeponic. Rinse and Shine coming on in here, that was really close. Paper Monk down, main tank down for Rinse and Shine. They may want to consider just coming on back on this one.
Yeah, as Narissa, you need to make sure you're not getting hooked by those Roadhogs. You need to have your Fortify ready to go, and that was just a misplay there from Paper Monk, but it's tough being main take. You have to lead the charge, and sometimes those hooks just get around you, and Thick Daddy is very aggressive right now.
You know what they say, it's hard out here for a main tank. Thick Daddy trying to get back with the team here, but he's got that one Microsoft XL up to about 54%. Paper Monk taking the damage, but kept up by the rest of his team. Microsoft XL is going to be coming this next fight with 4 ultimates on the board, close to 5 and 6 right behind it.
Yeah, Cyberspace, they need to hit this barrage. This is kind of going to come down to this play right here because they need to make it happen. But Loner has the high noon, and they're going to take...
Pulls it quickly to negate any chance of a barrage coming out here. Nice res coming out by Big Green, being able to not get caught in that. Oh, now the barrage coming out. Oh, Raponix was trying to take out his counterpart, not able to get through there. Paul dropping the sound berry. Oh, big hook here. Bobby Smiles following it up with a big whole hog, but nobody's really around this Roadhog to take it. 87%, 88 now from Microsoft XL. Cyberspace falling with Big Green down. That's gonna be pretty much it here. Cyberspace not able to pull that.
Thick Daddy really living up to their name, coming up with the big plays, and now that justice from Cyber is not going to be enough. Excelsior, they're going to win the map, and like we said, this is Excelsior's best map. They are undefeated here, and they will continue to be undefeated.
Yep, big one from Raponix. Let's watch it.
Oh yeah, this was great positioning to just be right over them, taking out Bobby Smiles, and then here comes the barrage.
The only person that he knew could take him out, really. Big Green had that sleep dart. I mean, guess who Raponix took out next, right?
Right, and that's why you need your hit scans to be taking them out. And again, I think that was just a late switch coming out from Bobby Smiles, or from
Rinse and Shine.
Rinse and Shine. Thank you very much. So I think if they're able to be more proactive with those picks and just to get that DPS damage there to take out those big threats, I think they'll be able to pull it back here.
And I think we're taking a break after this one because this is the tournament. Allow these coaches talk to their players, determine some kind of subs and whatnot, and we'll be back with you in just a few minutes, guys.
could always use more heroes. Could always use more heroes. Could always use more heroes.
Alright everyone, welcome back. We will now be heading into our third map. It's going to be on Hollywood, and here are your casters.
Heyo, the boy Zark with me still, right?
Absolutely, I'm ready to go. And Hollywood is our next map. What's that?
Said, don't ever go anywhere, man.
I love it.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Hollywood's next, and this is the map that Rinse and Shine need to win to keep their hopes alive.
2-0 so far for Microsoft XL in this Owlet playoffs last round of the day. Going in, or this is the last round of the playoff, or last round of the quarterfinals. Excuse me. We'll have the semifinals in the future at some point.
Absolutely, and we have a substitution that we should mention. Phoenix, she got subbed out for Trinehart, so that's going to be interesting to see how they mesh in here because their name suggests they play Reinhardt, but Phoenix was playing more of an off tank. So does Paper Monk get switched off of the main tank onto more of a off tank role? It's going to be interesting to see what they do.
So is it T Reinhardt or Trinehart? I think Trinehart sounds interesting.
I like Trinehart. I think that's what I'm going to go
Reinhardt, that would be like super super confusing, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So
it's like all you funny guys out there that want to play is Genji 9 or whatever. So I have to call you Genji and confuse all my listeners. Just know I don't appreciate you.
Right. So it looks like we might be getting another substitution. Let's see who it might be. But Hollywood, it's a hybrid map, which Excelsior. Another hybrid map, Numbani, was one of their best maps. So, not all hybrid maps are the same, but we can speculate that Excelsior, the format's the same. So we might be seeing some similar strengths coming out for Excelsior again. Again, they need to just win this one more map in order to advance. Rinse and Shine, they got to bring it back. And I think a couple things that they need to focus on are, one, shutting down Thick Daddy. I mean, on the Roadhog, they were just a monster.
Seriously, that team was really revolving around those hooks and constant value he provided by taking out people initially, right?
And the other thing is that they need to shut down those DPS for Excelsior, and I think the way that you really kind of combine those two things together is actually targeting the healers. If you can get them down first, then the rest of the pieces will fall. So a little more coordination, a little more focus fire on those specific support heroes for Rinse and Shine. I think that if they're able to do that, they'll be able to kind of bring down Excelsior a little bit and crumble their team composition.
Bring them down from their high horse. If they're going in this 2-0, what I want to see out of Rinse and Shine is some more dive comps, right? Both of these teams so far there's been a lot of counter picks in these two games so far, right? But we have not seen a whole lot of divey stuff. Mostly what we've seen is more stationary, the Orissas, the Reinhardts, the Roadhog, obviously for Microsoft XL, with Thick Daddy still just, going. Going to be getting us started here in just a couple seconds.
And we did have a last-minute substitution, Bomber, coming into the mix for Rinse and Shine. We'll see how they influence the compositions and hero pick selections coming in for that team. But it looks like to start out with, we'll see if they decide to continue with this, but Paper Monk is going to stick onto the Reinhardt, whereas Trinehart is going to go onto the Zarya.
Yep. I'll maybe just call him Trine.
I think Trine works, yeah.
Trine and Paper Monk, yeah. It looks like the Rinse and Shine is going to be on defense first, right? They lost, so they have their pick.
Well, we'll see in a second here which side is going to be which. Right now, Excelsior is in the blue.
There's a way of telling from like the top part and like which has like which zero has like I believe.
It looks like it's going to be Rinse and Shine on the attacking first.
Okay, nope, I'm totally wrong. Still just dumb and don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, all good. Let's just talk more about Overwatch.
But so Excelsior, they're going to be on the defense first. And to start off, we again see Thick Daddy running that Roadhog. That could spell trouble for Rinse and Shine. And then Raponics is on Widowmaker, so that means that they're actually running double Sniper. That can be really scary here on this first point, getting that crossfire from both snipers. That can make this first choke really dangerous for teams to come on through. So Rinse and Shine, they're going to have their work cut out for them.
Well, trying to get under the Goldshire Studios arch, this big choke point here, especially given that other room is way too small for tanks to be trying to fit through, especially with the position, or the, I guess, state that Hanzo is in now with his spam arrows, right?
Right, and I think that, you know, if Bomber stays on the Lucio, that could be pretty big for them as long as they don't get picked up, because you can get that speed boost, you can go through those chokes, and you don't have to worry about the crossfire as much. But they got to be careful because lots of potential for Thick Daddy to get some more hooks, and already that shield is very low for Paper Monk.
Yeah, Bobby Smiles is trying to get across here without getting noticed. Oop, I think he got hit! Oh, taken out lower with the quick reflexes. I like it. Cyberspace got a lot of damage there. Trying hard to be the one who falls, though. Rinse and Shine forced to come on back.
And again, that's just Thick Daddy doing what they've been doing this entire series, getting big hooks. They hooked Tryhard, and Bobby Smiles trying to do a little bit of a flank, got found out by Loner. So Bobby Smiles, they're going to try it again. They're in the back here. They're might be looking for a pick, or they might try and get onto the point and force the rest of Excelsior back. We'll see what they decide to do.
Yeah, that wouldn't. It's not a bad decision, you know. From there, they might even be able to tick. No, it looks like they're not going to do it. And of course, Sombra in her current form, while she is invisible, does not take ticks. Of course, I think it'd be a pretty OP, honestly, if she did. But yep, here they come. Oh, they have got brought back, and Reponix on the Widowmaker, especially as soon as pulling that ult was the perfect time for Bobby Smiles to do that one. Rinse and Shine trying to get through. Ooh.
Oh, big shatter.
Oh no, shatters, ultimates left and right, charges. No, the Lucio. Oh my God. Well, trying hard. Holy. Oh no.
That's too bad. That was just a battle of the shatters. You saw Paper Monk getting a little too aggressive there, leaving the rest of their team behind, and then Delicious able to just get a big shatter and knock everyone else down, putting an end to that push. But you know, Bobby Smiles, I liked the play there, forcing Excelsior to move back. It was enough of an opening for Rinse and Shine to finally get some ground there. But Thick Daddy, they're on the top. They got a nice hook onto the Reinhardt, but it's not going to be enough to get the kill.
Yeah, speed boosting Rinse and Shine, and it's aided by the Dragons coming in here. Oh my God! Finds more, Loner on the big one, making this team eat its words. Its Alpha, or its paw is going to be the only one here. Microsoft with a very quick hold. Jeez, Zark.
You got to be careful when you're going through those tight corridors. Oh, and there goes Loner again. They can't be stopped. They're just a monster on the Hanzo right now. Raponics as well. It's,
they have
you know,
families, man. He's taken out of this one. Rinse and Shine to charge another couple minutes for that. Oh my God, not the big charge. Not the big charge. Thick Daddy taken out. We're not going to be able to see a res on that one. Rinse and Shine's all over that X like white on that.
And no more Thick Daddy, but you know, the shield's going to be coming in a little late, and so they're not going to be able to push as much as they'd like to. Here comes the sights for Raponics, and Bobby Smiles, they switched over onto the Tracers, so there's no more Sombra. They're not going to, Excelsior aren't going to have to worry about them getting in the background, but big push coming in as the Dragons do too.
Oh, not again! Big, there you go. Grab coming in, I'm sorry, Res coming out, sorry, and then they're in the middle. Microsoft XL dropping all of their ultimates and finding value in everyone. Trying all but team wipe. 40 seconds to go, no ticks yet, sorry. Oh.
Yeah, that was great discipline.
Stop it, Loner, stop it! I'm trying to stop talking.
You know, and that's just great discipline there from Rinse and Shine to not use too many ultimates. They just use what they need. They still have 2 support ultimates and that shatter if need be. Whereas
Rinse and Shine definitely has more. Here comes the shatter. He finds multiple there. Big charge on the opposing sweeping Mercy on the side. Raponics is not going to be able to keep the rest of this team up. Sound barrier coming out by Rinse and Shine. The members all held up. They do not have this Tryhard though. Big charge coming in. Finds Mithra. She gets taken out of this one. Big Dragons coming through. Loner finding more on that one. But Rinse and Shine now on the point. Delirious taking out his counterpart, and that's going to be it. Cyberspace taken out of this world, and Microsoft XL has either tied or won this point.
Delicious showing that they are not just a giant rectangle. They got a huge shatter and some really nice charges as well. So well done there. And you know, Rinse and Shine, they just weren't able to break the stalwart defense from Excelsior. They weren't able to counter the double sniper composition. I think, you know, what you mentioned before, running some sort of a dive might have worked a little better for them than instead of trying to beat their heads against the wall with that Reinhardt Zarya tank comp.
The death ball composition can only work when the team is very close together, and I'll tell you, there's not many death ball compositions to get through. 2 snipers, nonetheless, Loner coming in with these dragons, taking out 4 with no assist.
Ooh, it was spicy. It was good.
Quite spicy. It was quite spicy. I'm not sure. I guess we have to keep it PG. I'm not gonna say what. But the Loner just know that was nutty enough.
It was good play right there, and just good awareness to know that they were going to be coming through that tight corridor, and that means that they would be easy pickings with the Dragon. So now, Rinse and Shine, they're going to be on the defense this time around. They're going to run their own Roadhog. Tryhard going to try and make something work for them on that particular hero, but they're running Bobby Smiles on the Widowmaker and then Cyber with the Junkrat. So I think that this is a good pick because Junkrat, you know, it can be very strong when you have these tight chokes that can yeah, exactly. So I think that could be big. Thick Daddy, they are switching, you know, if they decide to stay with this, off of their signature Roadhog. Who knows if they decide to stick with it, but I like what I'm seeing from Rinse and Shine. I think that they have the potential to make something work as long as Bobby Smiles can hit those shots.
Microsoft XL now running their own death ball composition for this point at least. They're back on over to her Zenyatta and with the double snipers. They found value in it last time. Let's see if it happens again, Zark.
I'm excited to see Thick Daddy on the Zarya. We know that they can run Roadhog. It's been all we've seen from them. It's going to be cyberspace opening up the fight.
I swear on everything, unless my vision is going. Thick Daddy literally just walked over that like the second before, and I didn't look at it. Sorry, Loner following me here. Big charge coming on in. It looks like Paper Monk is falling. There you go, to well played just here. Oh, Microsoft XL coming in. This might be it. Tryhard falling to tank compositions for Rinse and Shine now gone. Lots of contesting going on the point. Healer is doing what they need to, but Bobby Smiles not able to stay up for this one. Microsoft XL. There we go. That might be the. Oh no! Cyberwaste is Riptire taken out of this world. Bomber falling, and it's only going to be the Ana. Nope, not going to be the Ana. Only going to be Cyberspace down. Microsoft XL taking it in the quarterfinals, beating Rinse and Shine 3-0. Very well done.
Yeah, I think right there, Rinse and Shine, they played maybe just a little too passive. They let them get through that choke too easily. And, you know, despite a nice charge from Paper Monk, they weren't able to secure the kill onto Delicious. And so they were, the rest of Excelsior were able to come on back. And, you know, they were able to play around that man, I can't say it, but the passive nature of Rinse and Shine, and they were able to just push through. And that junk tire at the end, a really great flame strike from Delicious, just put a stop to it, and that was really their last chance there. So well done from Excelsior to push through.
That Riptire really could have spelled at least a longer stall by the side of Rinse and Shine, but it wasn't going to happen today. They're going to be. This is a single elimination quarterfinals, correct?
I believe so. So this is going to be Microsoft Excelsior moving on to the semifinals and looking strong at it.
Did not drop a map. They did get a couple points taken off. No, they didn't get a. No, yeah, they didn't drop a map. Actually, now that I think about it, right? Yeah, the very first, you know, Rise and Shine did take it first too, so they got 2 points, but they did not drop the map. And all of Ilios went to the side of Microsoft XL. Let's talk about this a little before we tell the good people listening good night and goodbye. If I had to get the MVP, I think you know what I'm going to say, Zark, right? You screamed about him all match, and I love the hooks that he was pulling out. Thick Daddy, great job. We even talked about it a little bit in the intermission. The very first kill of this entire match was against the Sombra by Thick Daddy, who was trying to sneak past him, and that big old Roadhog fat body down the bottom part with the big health pack down there, did not find it, set the pace for the entire game, and all of the hooks that he was going to follow the rest of these up with. Great job. Thick Daddy, definitely get my MVP vote. Zark, what are you thinking?
It's going to be my vote as well. You know, they always were in the right position. They had great target prioritization, who to hook and when to go after them, when to be aggressive and when to play a little farther back. So although most of the time they were playing very aggressive, which I like. I like a good aggressive tank player. So definitely Thick Dad is going to take my MVP award for this match. But overall, both teams played really well. There were some really great bright spots for both of these teams. But at the end of the day, it's going to be Microsoft Excelsior who are advancing on to the semifinals.
Yep, Rinse and Shine again did not do bad by any means. Some players I want to shout out here. Phoenix on her diva there did a great job of pressuring supports in the backlines. I feel like I saw Mercy falling a couple times with her name on up there, as well as was it Cyberspace? Yeah, did really, really great job on the Pharah. That was that Rinse and Shine getting to second point came off of the back of some really great Pharah play. It of course was assisted by supports like every other DPS in the game is. I feel like a lot of people don't give Pharah's credit when they're, get their pharmacy, right? Like it's like do you expect somebody to not heal a Pharah just because he's in the sky? Like,
right. I think that was a great counter pick from Cyber to know that Pharah they were going to beat the DPS lineup that was coming from Excelsior at that moment. When we're talking about Route 66 especially, they just they knew that no one was going to be able to touch them in the sky. So picking that Pharah was the right pick, and they got a lot of value out of it. So really great counter picks. If they were maybe a little more proactive throughout some of the other maps. With those counter picks, they'd be a little bit more successful, but they played it very well. So well done.
Yeah, and the counter picks switching, but maybe going entirely thematically different to something more divey, or we didn't see goats once here. That's all the more popular right now, especially against these deathball compositions. Snipers can only do so much when there's only those two, no other targets to pick from, and no supports. Right. So, I think this is my least favorite part of any cast, as I always super lame say, and that is the end. So, Zark, is there anything else that you would like to add on this match? Microsoft XL going 3-up against Rinse and Shine.
I just want to say great job to both these teams. Rinse and Shine, despite ending the season here, you had a really great run. You made it to the playoffs. A lot to be proud of here for sure. Excelsior, great job as well, winning out the map decisively. It was a really great matchup. Despite the scoreline, I think this was a closer game. And I just want to say thank you for having me on the desk. It's been a really great time and love casting with you, Tugboat. So thank you very much. And
Van's back
that's
to
it
the
for
man.
me. Hey,
we'll be getting some more Owlet here soon with the semifinals, and of course, the one thing that I did forget, like Zark and I have forgotten multiple times, is the producer, Apokalyptic, down in the box. I'm so sorry that I didn't mention you until the end of the cast, but producing away, making our jobs as casters just so much easier, and we know that when I know Zark and I really appreciate
absolutely.
you. That is Apokalyptic down in the box. We're going to tell the good people of Owlet, esports fans, Overwatch fans, whatnot. Good night. Have a good one.
And there you have it. That is going to be the last of today's playoff matches. You can tune in tomorrow, and you get to see the winner from today, MSXL, play against Click Foreheads, and you're going to get to see the other matchup, who I'm not sure who won. But yeah, those are all going to be happening tomorrow evening. Times are to be determined, so stay tuned to the Discord to find out. Thanks, everyone. Good night.